People's 13.
As well as I'll hand out transcripts for the jury, Your Honor, in the court. People's 14.
People's 14. Is there any objection to P14 being published, Mr. Chernoff?
Can I just take a look at it? I know I've seen a group of them, but I want.
Just give us one moment. Your name is, please. Thank you. Mr. Chernoff?
Can I ask Mr. Waldron something first?
Yeah, just to the side, please. Counsel are confirmed.
No objection.
Thank you. May it be stipulated that Mrs. McNeil need not transcribe. Put a little People's 14 on it to designate the number of the exhibit, P14, as well as your seat number. Maybe you can just circle your seat number. This way you'll have it available for you. So it's People's 14, and circle your seat number on the exhibit itself, and then I'll give you some further instruction in just a moment. People's 14 with your seat number.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
No, just wait. Let's wait a moment. Does everyone have his or her copy, People's 14? Yes? Ladies and gentlemen, you're the fact finders in this case. The actual evidence includes People's 12 and People's 13. The transcript, People's 14, is a transcript prepared by somebody else. You rely upon your own personal senses. If you hear or see something differently from something that is represented in a transcript, make up your own mind. Use People's 14 only as a guide to the other exhibits. Mr. Waldron.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to proceed. Mr. Williams, the video that was just played, People's 13, that's the video you made of the retrieving the voicemail message left by Dr. Murray on June 25th, 2009 that showed up on your phone at 12:13 p.m.?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And just to be clear, the message was, call me right away, please call me right away, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And on the recording, you simply played that same message 3 times, just to have it documented.
Just to have it documented.
Okay. And looking now at what was earlier marked People's 12, do you recognize this as a still photograph from that video that you made?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I assume Dr. Conrad Murray was already in your iPhone phone book. That's why the name appears up there on the top?
Correct.
Okay. And reflects the date of June 25th, 2009 at 12:13 p.m.?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And various phone numbers of Dr. Murray that you had stored in your iPhone phone book?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A 702-866-6802 number?
Yes, sir.
as well as a 702-862-0973 number,
Yes, sir.
and a 702-809-3747 number.
Yes, sir. I just can't confirm that it's his work, home, and mobile number. It's mixed up.
Okay.
I just saved them.
Okay. Indicated then after receiving this voicemail from Conrad Murray, that is when you called him back and spoke to him at 12:15. That is when he indicated Michael Jackson had a bad reaction.
Yes, sir.
He asked you to get there right away, and you indicated you were not, or send someone up to the room.
He told me to get here right away. And then when I asked what's going on, he asked for me to get someone up there. Not in those words, but hurry and get someone upstairs.
Okay. And of course, as you indicated, you were in downtown LA at the time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Conrad Murray, in this phone call at 12:15, had asked you, where are you?
Yes, sir.
And you had said you're at home downtown?
Yes, sir.
And at no time during that phone call did he ask you to call 911?
No, sir.
Now, when you got off the phone then with Dr. Murray at that time, did you start trying to locate or contact security that would be on location at 100 North Carrollwood?
Yes, sir.
And have you had an opportunity to review your phone records from that general time period of June 25th, 2009, around this 12:15 and thereafter time period?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And prior to coming into court, were you able to review a summary chart of your phone records reflected on your phone records?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that was for phone number 562-881-2570?
Yes, sir.
I do have a copy of a summary of Michael Amir Williams' phone records. Your Honor, has been provided to defense counsel. May this summary be marked Peoples 15 for identification?
It is.
Have one moment, Your Honor.
Please.
I believe next in order is Peoples 16, Your Honor.
It is. Well, that's next in order, but the phone records are People's 14. I'm sorry, People's 15. I don't know.
The summary chart is Peoples 15?
Summary is 15. Is there another record?
No, Peoples 15. Thank you, Your
We're
Honor.
at 15 then.
Mr. Williams, let me approach. Can you see what's up on the screen there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me begin with the first entry of your phone records, at least that it's summarized on this sheet. Do you see this? And this is all for June 25th, 2009. Do you see this 12:08 a.m., so the early morning hours, a call from you to Conrad Murray that lasted 14 seconds? Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's followed by a 12:46 a.m. phone call from Conrad Murray back to you that lasted approximately a minute and 20 seconds?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was that the phone calls following rehearsal in which you called Conrad Murray to make sure that he was at least on his way or going to the home?
I don't remember the calls, but I'm pretty sure that's what they are.
Okay. Then going down now to midday of June 25th, 2009, phone call reflected as 12:13 p.m. from Conrad Murray to you, indicating 0 seconds. Would that be consistent with the voicemail message that we just played for the jury that's reflected in your phone records?
Yeah.
And following that at 12:15 p.m., you then called Conrad Murray and it lasted for 35 seconds?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And would that be the phone call you referenced where Dr. Murray told you Michael had had a bad reaction and to get someone there?
Yes, sir.
Or to have security come up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, following that conversation with Conrad Murray at 12:15, there's a series of phone calls, and you've reviewed this summary and compared it to your phone records?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This 12:16 phone call then, immediately following the phone call with Conrad Murray, it indicates you called Fahim Mohammed, and it lasted approximately 28 seconds. Do you recall that phone call?
Yes, sir.
And so after you got off the phone with Conrad Murray, did you in fact call Fahim Mohammed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and can you tell me, were you able to get a hold of Mr. Mohammed?
I was. After I hung up with Dr. Murray, I called Fahim. He answered. I asked him where was he, and he said he just left the property to go run an errand, I believe to the bank.
Okay.
And I said, hurry, turn around and go back. And he said, why? And I told him I don't know what's going on, but I got a call from Dr. Murray and something's going on. I had no idea to the extreme what was going on, but I told him to hurry and get back.
Okay.
And then I hung.
It then reflects a 12:17 phone call to Alberto Alvarez for 0 seconds, a 12:18 phone call from Alberto Alvarez for 0 seconds, and another 12:18 phone call from Alberto Alvarez for 0 seconds. To your knowledge, were those all uncompleted calls in which you or Alberto were trying to get a hold of one another?
Yeah, I don't remember those calls, so it must have been us going back and forth.
Okay. But you have seen those calls reflected in your phone records?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Following that, there's a 12:18 phone call from you to a Derek Cleveland with an area code of 602 that lasts 2 seconds. Do you recall that phone call?
No, I do not.
Okay. Who's Derek Cleveland?
Derek Cleveland is security at the house.
Okay.
My first, of course, I will call Fahim Mohammed or Alberto Alvarez.
Why do you say, of course, you would call them first?
Mr. Jackson was more familiar with them, and they went out with him during the daytime. So it's someone who would help me in the house if they needed help. It's someone I would go to first because
Okay.
they were familiar with Mr. Jackson.
Okay.
Derek was house security, so.
Okay, so at this point, you've called Fahim. He's not at the house. You're trying to get a hold of Alberto, but the calls are not being connected just yet. So then you called Derek Cleveland.
Correct. Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Following that, then at 12:18, Alberto Alvarez again tries to reach you and makes contact lasting 1:21 seconds. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you recall speaking to Alberto Alvarez?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Now, when you first spoke to Alberto Alvarez, what did you say? What's the first thing you said?
Where are you?
Okay.
To my knowledge, I believe I said, where are you?
Okay, and what did he say?
The security trailer.
And what did you tell him at that time?
I told him, I don't know what's going on, but you have to go inside the house. And from what I believe, he immediately started getting up, but we was going back and forth, like, what's going on? I said, I don't know. Dr. Murray said Mr. Jackson had a bad reaction. Let's just go see. And I remember him walking, and I said, are you there yet? And he said, no. I said, well, run, kind of hurry.
Okay.
Then I remember him saying, I'm at the front door, looking in.
I'm going to stop you there for a minute.
Okay, yes, sir.
So the front door then, that is what is reflected in previously marked People 7?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And from the photograph, these are large glass doors that you can see through?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so at some point then, Alberto says he's at the front door?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what was being said at that point?
I don't remember if he said it was